Fair Reverse Trivia answer tonight, Sunday. What do you reckon the question might be?
Father's Day.
What about Father's Day?
Father's Day is on Sunday.
Oh, well, we all know that what day is Father's Day call. We all know how it unfolds. But do we know the voice behind it? Now, the man, the voice, the legend behind the most viral radio competition in New Zealand is Gareth Lischner. How are you, Gareth? You all right?
Very well, thanks, Andy. I feel a little bit like how Father Christmas must at Christmas time, because probably for the last couple of weeks, the old text messages and Facebook messages come along and everyone's like, you know what day's coming up? And yeah, I do know. Father's Day's on Sunday.
Yeah, it's that's one of my questions very shortly, actually, to talk a bit more about that. Let's just go back to where it all began, though. So just give us a bit of context, set the scene. So I'm thinking, was it 2007?
Yeah, it would have been early 2000s, definitely early 2000s, was at Rotorua. And I was basically just doing the afternoon shows, drive show. It was sort of like our 5 o'clock quiz. We just used to do it every night. It was like the old game show Jeopardy was on TV, I think, about that time. And we just, because we're a crazy radio people, just did a question thing where we'd give an answer. Could be anything really obvious, like the answer's blue. Someone would just have to ring up with the question. So, what colour's the sky? Well done. Yes, it's blue. You've won. And that was kind of it to win a pizza. And unfortunately, it didn't go quite well on one particular occasion.
I was going to say, because had you asked the question about the sky, it wouldn't have got the same response it's got now.
No. And the crazy thing with that whole clip was it never actually ever went to radio. Like that whole clip never ever got played on radio, because back in those days, because it was music radio and the bosses would always like to have everything nice and tight, you know, you'd have to have your voice breaks like 30 seconds, you know. That was this song, and then this is this. It was real tight, and then it would have to be great. Right, we've got our caller on the line, and here's the winner, and bang, 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 and straight into the song. So that whole clip, you know, I was just trying to get the answer, just to basically drop in a 5-second winning clip. Hey, here's tonight's question. We got the winner. And so the clip that whole clip never ever made it to radio. I think it's actually made itself to more radio stations since it went viral than it did the whole time that it played out.
Yeah, it's almost like the like Son of a Gun and Thingy, Jason Gunn and Thingy. It was a bit like everyone thought they saw Thingy's eye fall out on TV, but it wasn't the case at all. It was, it wasn't actually.
No, and of course that was a time because there was no YouTube or anything viral at that point as well. So what happened was basically with that famous clip, the last 5 seconds of it when she actually gave the answer right was all that ever went to air. So we just did the competition. And hey, Solly, congratulations. What do you reckon the answer is? Oh, Father's Day Sunday. Bang, you won the pizza. And that was the prize. Yeah. And then I remember we recorded the clip and it was still sitting there raw. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to play this to the others in the office tomorrow. Like, they're not going to believe how long it took me to get a winner. Yeah. And I saved the clip, sent it off to 2 or 3 people in the office, and they all had a bit of a laugh. And I think it sort of got forwarded around because back then there was no Facebook or YouTube. So if you got a funny email, it got forwarded on. And I never really thought anything else of it.
Yeah, but what's the question?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Oh, you're close. I just need the question.
Oh,
like
I'm not too sure.
Like the answer's Sunday, but what would the question be?
All I know is Father's Day.
Yeah, you're kind of right. I just need to know the question.
Like, the 31st?
And then about 6 months later, I had an email from a friend who was working in radio in the UK, and they said, hey, there's this clip of a Kiwi radio guy, like this real crazy call. I'm sure it sounds like you. It's like a Father's Day can't get an answer. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Someone in the UK's spreading that round. And then I never really thought anything else of it. And then YouTube came along. And for some reason, somehow it ended up on YouTube. And I guess, as they say, the rest of it's history. Everybody, probably like the Son of a Gun thing, thought they heard it live on the radio.
Yeah, that's right. And here's the thing, I preempted you saying this because I did actually edit it to what it would have sounded like when it went to air. So this is what it would have come out like.
Reverse Trivia answer tonight, Sunday. What do you reckon the question might be?
What day is Father's Day?
You got it. You've got it.
So straight into the answer, right? So you would have cut all of that jibber-jab out.
So that's all that went to air. That was all that ever went to air. The rest of that was just some entertainment for us in the office to go, you know.
I just need it in a question form, though. Like, as a question. Like, maybe, like, what day is Father's Day?
What day is Father's Day? Sunday.
Yeah. So what would the question be?
Father's Day is on Sunday.
Yeah, but
I guess, look, at looking back now, you go, it just shows you, like some of those great moments are the things that you don't actually think are going to be what's going to happen and come out of it. And, I felt so sorry for her because, look, she was a lovely caller. And I know that you worked in Rotorua as well, and probably, someone who probably called in when you were there as well.
She did.
And, a real great caller who'd always ring in to win prizes and be a part of the show. So, she's a lovely person. I wasn't wanting to be there. I was just wanting to have her be our winner for the night. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have to admire your patience and your respect for her. I mean, like you say, yes, she used to ring into my show all the time, and she's the loveliest, most down-to-earth lady. Certainly a staunch listener to the station as well, and they're your biggest fans. But, kudos to you for ushering her along. What exactly was going through your mind, though? Like, at what point did you think, actually, I'm not going to try another caller and cut her off. I'm just going to keep running with this.
Well, I think the thing with it was she knew what she was doing. And I think there's probably a bit halfway through the clip where I was like, I've given you the answer. Because you can probably hear me going, I've given you the answer. Like, and I think I said, you're 99% there, because she did. She literally knew what she was ringing up for. She knew what was going on. Like I say, if I'd said the answer's blue and she rang up to say Sky, and I'd be going, so she knew what she was ringing up about. And to be fair, I just thought, she's just got a little bit confused. She'll come right in. And it just went into this circle where you look back now and you go, she kind of got herself round and round in a circle to a point where I don't think you could have ever got yourself in that much of a circle if you tried to create something like that again.
Absolutely. So, reverse trivia, name of the game. You give the answer. The caller has to answer the question, which we know is more of a challenge for Solly than anticipated. You say the prize was a pizza. So all of that for a pizza?
I know she won a great pizza out of that. That was the prize, And then, do you know the crazy thing of that? She actually came up. I remember this too. It was just like, it's one of those. How there's this things you do. That whole thing, the way that played out was bizarre in the way that. I mean, obviously, I'll never forget that call now because people are still playing it to me. But that night, and then she actually came up to the radio station, which the office closed at 5. But she came up at like 5:30 to collect her prize, like about half an hour later, and I kind of had to say, well, the office is closed, like I haven't got the prize for you. I think she thought I had a hot pizza waiting at reception for her. So I said, look, you'll have to come back tomorrow. But look, Lisa's a lovely lady. And like I say, she's a great participant and a great caller who was always, someone who you loved having a yarn to. And I guess that was it. There was nothing malicious in the whole call. I was just trying to, give a great listener a prize and just took a while to get there.
The answer's Sunday.
Sunday.
What do you reckon the question might be?
What's the question, mate? Oh, don't know.
You're 90% there. You just need to give me the question. The answer.
Happy Father's Day.
No.
Oh.
She won a few more prizes, though, a little bit later down the track. I had this amazing opportunity to, through Guy Williams, New Zealand comedian, and Jono and Ben at 10 when they had that show on TV3, had a fantastic opportunity to get Solly back into the station to redeem herself.
Number 1, the lady who failed at the easiest competition of all, a More FM radio competition.
Reverse trivia answer tonight, Sunday. What do you reckon the question might be?
Father's Day.
What about Father's?
Father's Day is on Sunday.
You're 90% there. You need to give me the question. The answer.
Happy Father's Day.
So the answer's Sunday. What would the question be?
Father's Day.
So I went along to Rotorua to check it out. The founder, congratulations. You're the 3rd recipient of the Guy Williams Memorial Awesome Award for Hunger Fails. Very well done.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
So if the answer is Sunday, what is the question?
Father's Day. Oh, see, I did it again.
So, do you know why I'm here?
That Father's Day.
The Father's Day video, yeah.
Yeah.
So if Sunday is the answer, what day is Father's Day? Oh, sorry. This is so confusing. We're going to go along to More FM and we're going to get it right this time. I can't wait.
Hope so.
All right, Solly, we're behind the mic. Andy's going to ask the question. Good luck.
Solly.
Yes.
Sunday is the answer. What is the question?
What day is Father's Day?
Yes! Yay! Solly, on behalf of Snickers and the Guy Williams Awesome Award, I love you, mate. You're a legend.
So it's a fantastic chance to get her in, ask the question again, and have her get it correct straight away.
Because the thing I've often wondered, and I've never, and the weirdest thing is, like, I've never actually ever spoken to her about that, but you know, she probably was. She would have known that the clip had gone viral.
Oh, she is well and truly aware of it, 100%.
Yeah,
I think she sees the comical side of it.
Yeah,
because she was just,
which is good.
Yeah,
and if she, you know, like, and I think because there was, as I say, there was nothing even malicious about it.
No.
It wasn't like, it wasn't a situation where she was ever being set up to look silly.
No.
It was just one of those. I guess it was just a natural moment that you would never ever be able to create because it was just so natural the way that it played out.
100%. And you know, in no way was she forced to come to the radio station to do this thing on the TV with us. She was more than happy to come and do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's always that time of year too where it really starts ramping up again, as you've said. You know, you got text messages from friends overseas. People start at this point of the year to start texting you and emailing you and saying, what time of year is it? You mentioned that. You notice when people start talking about it, they even start saying Father's Day in her voice, you know, even when you just hear people having general conversations. So do you get absolutely inundated with those texts, calls, emails from people who who just want to remind you what time of year it is? So do you get flooded, or is it just the old one?
And it's, well, no, yeah, it is. And the funny thing is, you know, like, I think, what do we say, early 2000s, so it's coming up almost, be 20 years just about now that happened.
Mm.
But it's amazing, you know, the amount of people who will come up to me and have only just heard it for the first time. Like, my kids at school are now at an age where they kind of find the humour in the fact that, you know, they're at an age where it's funny. And one of my youngest sons, for some reason, decided that it had to explain to his teacher that, oh, yeah, my dad's the Father's Day guy, which I don't think his teacher believed. But anyway, long story short, it ended up getting played in the classroom at school. And then I just had, like, one of the other parents come up to me at school, pick up and go, hey, my son just found this, like, clip that they played in the class of YouTube. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard. And was that you on the radio? And he goes, I've never heard that before. So I guess it's, in a way, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
It still astounds me. And then I think probably the other one, which often will come up, is people have heard it. And then once they kind of go, oh, you're the Father's Day guy. And it just spirals into a, you know, conversation that people want to know the whole backstory about it. And I guess, you know, how it happened. Was it for real? Did it really happen like that? As I said, it still surprises me, like, where it still pops up in New Zealand pop culture, that whole what day's Father's Day Sunday. Like, I've had people give me Tui beer caps or a Bates beer caps. I think it ended up in a under a bottle lid quiz. I've had Father's Day cards sent to me because people have cashed in on it and had Father's Day cards, which is kind of cool. That the Father's Day card I get from the kids a few years ago was the radio call with what day's Father's Day. So, you know, I guess it's just one of those pop culture moments that, you know, look, it's just all a bit of fun, really.
It is, absolutely. It's like Nick Minute, right? It's just one of those things that people have just grabbed onto. I've many times I've heard people talking about Father's Day, you know, colleagues, just people in passing. Do you actually even tell people it's you when you hear them randomly talking about it in conversation, or do you just listen and go, oh yeah?
Look, it is what it is, you know. Look, at the end of the day, to be fair, I was just the guy answering the phones and asking the questions. The star of it's Solly, so like she's the real star of the whole thing, to be completely honest.
The answer's Sunday. The question needs to be, what day is Father's Day?
What day is Father's Day?
So if I ask you that, you give me that as the question, eh?
What day is Father's Day? Sunday.
Yep. So the answer's Sunday. What would the question be?
Father's Day.
Yeah.
See, I don't know.
No. But the question needs to be what day. The answer needs to be what day is Father's Day.
What day is Father's Day?
So if I'll say the answer's Sunday, and if you can say what day is Father's Day, that's what I need. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The answer's Sunday. What do you reckon the question might be?
Sunday.
No. What you need to say to me? What day is Father's Day?
Oh.
Okay.
And you know, like, I do find it was even just like when I get a lot of younger broadcasting students will come through, and you know, often, you know, you get them who was just straight out of broadcasting school, and they said to me, it was actually one of the clips they used to show kids at broadcasting school, just, I guess, you know, to inspire. And I guess, you know, for me, and I often say that to anyone when they've heard it, you know, and they want to basically ask about what happened. I say, you know, I guess it's just the great thing with anything is you never quite know what gold's going to happen. And I've always remembered that when I first started in radio, and it was going back to the days when everything was on reel-to-reel machines. And I always remember someone said to me, you should always just roll the tape on everything because you never quite know what moments you're going to get out of people or where that goal's going to come. And I guess that's the lesson for anyone who's in anything. You never know where that's going to come from or what that great little tidbit of entertainment's going to come from people. And I think the other part to us, I always say with that is, we're just the announcers who are doing our things. The real stars are the people, and they're the ones that are going to give you that great entertainment. Like I can't be funny or I can't be entertaining, yet I've probably got myself associated with one of the more entertaining bits of radio that's come out of New Zealand that was never intended. And I guess that's just the pure thing of just let the audience or let the guests be the stars.
Do you get sick of hearing about it, Gareth?
Oh, nah, it is what it is. It's fun. I mean, that's the great thing. I'd rather have that as a fun thing that people are getting enjoyment out of. Like if that's the enjoyment factor that you've given people a smile, then that's the nice thing about it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's the time of year where people get that annual reminder of just how awesome that piece of audio is. Look, Gareth, I have people who come up to me and just say, "Oh, look." People who know it's me, I've just got friends who just love this clip, and whenever we catch up, if we're having a party or we're at a gathering, we have to put this clip on. So and I go, well, that's cool. That's cool. It does something special for people, and people enjoy that clip, and and I'm glad it can live on, and for a whole generation of New Zealanders, we always know which when Father's Day comes around, it's on a Sunday, and it can't be forgotten. So that's right. Absolutely right. And I think a lot of those radio stations take absolute pleasure in playing it as well. So, like you say, what do we take away from this? If in radio, if the phone rings, hit record, you just never know when you'll strike gold and change history, I suppose is a good way to say it. But Gareth
the
Lischner,
only thing I regret out of everything is I wish it was like a APRA royalties for songwriters, because, if I was on royalties for the clip, I could have been a rich man.
Absolutely.
Times people have heard and it's been played, unfortunately. So.
Oh, you're not kidding. Oh, well, at least we can put the name to the clip anyway. Gareth Lischner, the man behind Reverse Trivia. So thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your Father's Day as well. And Gareth, I'll leave you with this. If Sunday is the answer, what is the question?
What day's Father's Day?
Yay!
The answer's Sunday. What's the question?
What day is Father's Day?
You got it. You've got it.